Hello everybody, so today I will talk about calculus. The topic today is about the integral. We have the integral of dx over e to the power of 3x minus 3e to the power of x. So I will show you the technique how to answer the question. We need to do about factorization in here. That should be about e to the power of x. Next, we can use about partial fractions. So we put about capital A over e to the power of x plus capital B multiplied with e to the power of x plus c over e to the power of 2x minus 3. Why I got about e to the power of x? Because on denominator the power is about e to the power of 2x, so on numerator there should be about e to the power of 2x minus x. That's why you need to reduce one power in here. Next, we need to use about common denominator, so this one multiply with this one and you will get about 8 multiplied with e to the power of 2x minus 3 plus b e to the power of x plus c multiplied with e to the power of x, and we got the same this one in denominator. Now we need to arrange based on the power of e to the power of x. So we got about e to the power of 2x. So we have a and b. Next, we have c. We have c multiplied with e to the power of x. That's about the power number 1. And the last one, negative 3a. So we can create the system of equations. We have a plus b. So this is power number 2, but on here we don't have the power 2. So we put about 0. We don't have the power number 1, so this c equal to 0. And negative 3a. This is about number 1 because the s next to number 1 in here. So we got about negative 3a equals to number 1. And we can find the value of a is about negative 1 over 3. About b, we put this number in here and we got about b equals to 1 over 3. And now we just put the number in here. So a is about negative 1 over 3. C is about 0, we don't need to write. B is about 1 over 3. And now we can do the integral in here. For the first one, this one we can put about e to the power of negative s. The integral of e to the power of negative s, you got about negative e to the power of negative s. But we have the negative in here, so you got about the positive. and we will about C and the second one. For this situation, you can use about integration by substitution. So we will about z equal to e to the power of s. So you got about dz equal to e to the power of s ds. So this one we change for z square. This one we change for dz. Next, about this one, we can do about z minus 3 z minus 3 in the square root with z plus the square root of number 3. Next, on numerator, we put about z minus the square root of number 3, and we need to minus z plus the square root of number 3. So we can cancel our z in here, and we have negative z to the number 3 and another negative z, negative square root of number 3 in here. So we need to divide 1 over negative number 2 with the square root of number 3. Next, z minus the square root of number 3 divide for this number. So I put number 3 outside here. You got about 1 over this one. Similar for z plus 3 divide to this one. So you got about z minus the square root of number 3. And now we can get the final answer. Number 3 multiplied with number 2, you got about negative number 6 because we had a negative. The integral of 1 over z plus the square root of number 3 is about ln of absolute value of z plus the square root of number 3. So we had a negative z minus the square root of number 3, and we will about c. About z, we need to change back for this one. Because e to the power of s, they provide a positive number, so we don't need to use the absolute value in here. Next, we need to combine the answer, this one and this one. So we combine this one. And this one. And this is the final answer. That's the end. Thank you for watching.